I wanted to kind of update the board on the free and reduced issue that we've been facing here, and it has been a learning experience for Topeka Public Schools. Just to kind of take you back through the very beginning, is it started with the data wall issues, where we had 17 elementaries and 6 middle schools decide to do data walls. We had an outside consultant come in, and this person worked in a large district, and on the walls it said to use free and reduced. We did come back, and after that, and we sent him a note at Cindy's advisement not to use the free and reduced on the data walls. We did find out that actually only 2 schools did use it. One was mistaken. So out of the 23 schools, 2 schools accidentally didn't redo, or for some reason didn't take the free and reduced off. I want to remind the board that it was a number on it, and it was a color code, and so could you figure it out? You might have been able to, but it would have taken a lot of work in order to do that. So after all of that kind of came about, we got some more questions about free and reduced, and so then our next thing was to investigate PowerSchool, and our team went in and looked at the free and reduced data in there, and they turned off a lot of things, and we thought we really had it under control and that it was working. We believed that the data was no longer available to some. What we found out, we had an employees, and maybe more than one employee, that are very technical, and they knew the codes and would have known the formula to do the queries plus know the codes, and they were able to get access to that, and of course that is the information that went to the paper. And again, it'd be great if people would share information with us on that, because we want to fix this too. So as of 5:20 last night, there is no data in PowerSchool anymore that has anything to do with free and reduced. All of the information will flow from the student nutrition system into the kids system, and then from the kids system to the state system. There are some people that will have access to it because they have to, and we're working with that and how that will be managed, because we have to get that data to the kids system at the State Department, and they're working on it. Our biggest issue right now, and we're collaborating with the Kansas State Department of Education. They've been wonderful supporting us in this issue and working with us through this. In fact, they'll be in the district next Tuesday to provide more technical support. And as we're working through it, one of the big things is we have redone, as of today, our parental waiver of confidentiality form. And most of the calls that we've received on this is concerns about our students that will lose access to taking ACT tests, to getting fees paid at places. So, the calls that we're getting are concerns about how are we going to fix this in order for our students to have the access and they don't lose the opportunities that could be lost, especially when you have students that are 77% free and reduced. They're counting on these opportunities. So working with the Department of Education, as of today, we've worked through the waiver issue, and we will be mailing the consent out to the parents, and they will return it to us, and we will figure out a way that through the waiver that the staff members that need the access in order to support the students and so that they can get the resources will be back in place. And we think, as of right now, we think this is going to work, but it's going to be a challenge for a lot of our staff that has used this data for purposeful reasons. But I have to say, overall, it has been a learning experience. When you go through something like this, you learn a lot of things. We've learned things about PowerSchool that we didn't know. We've learned things about free and reduced that we didn't know. I will tell you, my colleagues across Kansas, they're also calling because they're learning from us too, which is kind of interesting. So, but I think, as I say, if you go to PowerSchool today, and what is the code that's going to show on all students right now? Is it still say on PowerSchool when it comes up? Does it say fully paid or something on all students,
No,
or
it says,
not applicable in it, or
not eligible.
not eligible? So the code's the same for all at this point. There is no data in PowerSchool for free and reduced. That's correct, right? It's all normal, and it's all in this nutrition service thing. So I don't think anyone that does a query and wants to see if they get it, they're going to find that there's no data in there as of today. And I'm encouraging our staff members, as if they see a breach, to contact us, because we want to fix it too. And that's what we want to know.